Hello friends and welcome to the YouTube channel of Modern Shrines, the English monthly magazine. Today we are here at the Foreign Correspondence Club and today we will be talking to the President of FCC, Shri S Venkat Narayan. First of all, sir, we are very thankful that you are giving us time and you are talking to our channel, to the Modern Shrines. Sir, you were the first Indian President of FCC. You were elected from 2000 to 2002. So since 2000, now this is 2020. So what progress you have seen, how the improvements have happened, what kind of improvements have happened and what developments are you planning for the future?
The Foreign Correspondence Club of South Asia was actually formed in 1958 by a bunch of foreign journalists, working for the New York Times, London Times and other publications. In those days, they did not have a regular address. So they used to get together, once in a while in at the Taj or some other place, and have a coffee or invite a newsmaker to talk and all that. But it was in 1991 that this particular place, AB 19 Mathura Road, was allocated by the Government of India to the Foreign Correspondence Club, or FCC for short. So it was the first time that FCC had a regular address. Then in the year 1999, I was elected as the president and I ran it for 3 years. And my becoming the president of the FCC and the arrival of technology like internet more or less coincided. So that was very helpful. Then again in 2016, 17, 18, 19, I was invited to run the club as a president. So, it was at that time financially not in a strong position, and it was people who were members of the club were not paying their subscription because nothing was happening here, and people if they invited some newsmakers, they would not come, and it was in a difficult kind of position. It was at that stage that I was invited to undertake a rescue operation. And so it has been a lot of hard work. When I took over, memberships were barely 350 people, and many of them were not paying their subscription. But now we are approaching nearly 1100, membership is 1100, and more than half of them are foreign journalists as well as Indian journalists working for the foreign media as well as Indian media. And we have done nearly 120 events since I took over as the president. And we did not have a big auditorium. We used to invite people and have conferences in a small place, what is now our bar. So I requested some of my friends to come in and help us create infrastructure. At my invitation, Sulabh International, Vindeshwar G came forward and built that nice FCC auditorium. I think it would have cost him at least 25 lakhs of rupees. It's a state-of-the-art auditorium. We have 2 screens, we can show movies and we show documentaries. If anybody wants to make a presentation, PowerPoint presentation, or show a documentary about his own respective country or whatever, we are able to show that. And we have broadcast quality audio and video, optical fiber connectivity is there. From that particular auditorium, you can broadcast things live. We also use the social media to a great effect. The events which we organize in the FCC auditorium go on Facebook Live in real time. Then they are also uploaded on YouTube, then Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and they go into the video section of the FCC's website, and which are seen by a large number of people from all over the world. And so we use Facebook and other things, and when we plan an event, we do what you can call corporate bombing. Then communicate that information to all our members through email and WhatsApp and Twitter and all that. So we can accommodate about 90 people and plus 10 TV crews there. But our members who are not in a position to come because they are busy with something else, or they're traveling in some part of the country or the world, they access it in real time on Facebook Live. So as a result, a lot more people are able to watch the events we organize here, listen to important decision makers, parliamentarians, ambassadors, writers to enlighten themselves. So I believe that we made a lot of efforts to bring the FCC to a level where it is comparable to the best foreign correspondence clubs anywhere on the planet. Because the kind of facilities which we have in the FCC, you don't find them in very many clubs in other countries, even in the US and other places, because through Facebook Live we can reach a global audience. Then YouTube also, and our website and all that. So I'm very happy that my colleagues and we dedicated a lot of our personal time to kind of organize events, and the diplomatic community, parliamentarians, writers, and people, when we invite them, they come and talk, and so it has we have been able to make it a lively place where intellectual discussions take place, social events also happen here. We had a Latin American Christmas party. The president of Rwanda, somebody made a nice documentary about him. We screened it at the auditorium, which you attended for the first time, and so on.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and we had parliament members soon after the election, what to expect from Modi 2.0. Such lively discussions we keep doing, and people appreciate the fact that we are trying to do something, and we have a serious following, and we are very happy.
As you said, Modi 2.0, a lot of people are having a lot of expectations. So I want to know, what are your expectations with Modi 2.0?
Well, I think Modi is he's relatively younger than other people, even though in his late 60s and all that. You had Morarji Desai was 80 plus, and Narasimha Rao was in his 70s, and Rajiv was the youngest prime minister we had. He was in his mid 40s when he became the prime minister and all that. And he is, as he himself says, na mere aage koi hai, na mere piche koi hai. So he does not have any kind of diversions, if he had a regular family too. So he seems to be prime minister 24/7. I don't know how many people on the planet are in a position to devote that kind of time, which is remarkable. I only wish that his attention is not diverted by things which are not really important for the future of the country. We should focus on taking the country forward. We should focus on empowering our people. We should focus on creating jobs instead of giving them freebies, like getting ladies to travel by bus without paying money, giving free rations, or in Tamil Nadu and other places, television sets and stoves and all that kind of. I think we should put an end to all this nonsense. We don't treat our voters like beggars. empower them, create employment opportunities, let them earn money and pay for everything that they can afford to buy, you know. So Mr. Modi has undertaken a lot of issues which his predecessors never thought were so important, you know, like Swachh Bharat and toilets in every home, drinking water, bank accounts for everybody, and things like that. I think which are praiseworthy. But the demonetization was unfortunately a disaster. Dr. Manmohan Singh had said that the GDP will go down by 1%, which is what really happened. I only wish that Mr. Modi, even though he is very popular with the people at large, he should have a think tank, a brains trust, like Mrs. Gandhi had. She had G. Parthasarathi, P.N. Aksa, D.P. Dar and all that, and a good information advisor. The world's largest democracy's prime minister does not have an information advisor. He does not meet the media, and he is saying Tukde Tukde gang, and he is saying what Khan Market Group or something like that. Hello. So you are consciously or unconsciously you are leading to divisions in the country. I don't think that is fair. For God's sake, India has been a secular democracy, and for more than 2,500 years, people of different religions, cultures live together happily. The number of religions being practiced in India is more than any other religion. Hinduism is one of the oldest surviving religions, and Buddhism came out of it, Jainism came out of it, Sikhism came out of it, and Christianity began with Jesus Christ 2020 years ago, but Hinduism existed before that. Islam came much later. So we have been a secular country, and it's very important for India to remain a secular country. Mr. Advani had once said that because Hindus are in a majority, that's why India could become a secular country. Yes, exactly. So let us keep it that way. Do not allow the world to get away with the impression that the present regime is practicing a policy which is designed to alienate Muslims. That is absolutely not true, of course, but that kind of opinion persists. So it's very important to make sure that you do your policies in such a fashion that nobody thinks they are designed to favor a particular community or designed against another community and things like that. And also, for God's sake, get yourself a good official spokesman who can communicate to the world what your policies are. And you need to have good, articulate people who can speak English and give interviews to leading media organizations globally to make your policy understood globally, so that the European Union will not be forced to pass a resolution against India. The Democrats in America think that you are adopting anti-Muslim policy and all that. This is very unfortunate. So you have to make a conscious effort to educate people, to communicate to them. Listen, India is a secular democracy, the world's largest democracy. There is no intention of our adopting only pro-Hindu policies and anti-Muslim policies. After all, India is home to more than 115 crores of Muslims, which is an enormous number of people. And if they are living in this country peacefully, and if some other people are trying to mislead them by projecting or propagating theories like, this government is wanting to alienate the Muslims, they might throw them out of India, That's absolute rubbish. But you may think so, but a lot of people do not think so. It's very important that you should communicate those things to those people. So you should give more interviews to people. You should hold press conferences. It's not enough to address a public conference and man ki baat, this, that and the other. But you should reach out to the global audience, because you have done more to take India to different corners of the world. You held public meetings of the Indian diaspora in some of the biggest cities across the globe, and were able to attract crowds which are bigger than a Trump or any other leader could manage in their own countries, you see. So, but that is not good enough. It's wonderful, but it's not good enough. You have to reach out to people. You can reach out to people only through the media. If you think the media is against you and you do not make an effort to reach out to them, the fault will be yours, not the media's.
Thank you so much for giving us time from your tight schedule and talking to us.
Thank you for inviting me to talk to your channel. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.